NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. This fielded right at the goal line.
That return, it will not be on the postseason highlight reel. If you're the offensive coordinator, you've just changed your play calling because you thought you might have some field to work with. Instead, now, you've got to call plays that won't make mistakes.
And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Here we go, here we go.
First carry for James Conner, and he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they gave up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down. That's what they talk about to us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Newton trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And he will take this one home. Will Lutz on for the point after. And it's good as the Saints have a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Saints 7, Cardinals 9. Will Lutz will kick off 1-1.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They are currently mired in a losing streak. Now they get the short week for the Thursday night game. Do you see that as a potential positive, or is this just more in what... And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Cardinals. Deontay Johnson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cards are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point good by Prater, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara, he'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
Play action. It's Hill. Rolling to his right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Now it's Hill. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Saints. Michael Thomas, 69 yards. And the Saints have moved out in front. Lutz to try to add the PAT. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here. And
it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now McCoy. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Paulson Adebo. And the Saints will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. Here's Hill now after the interception. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
On 2nd and 10, Hill. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Excellent defensive effort to get to him and provide a little contact before the catch could be made cleanly.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Hill. He'll find his tight end. It's Adam Troutman. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that'll likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. To the air again, Hill. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's Hill. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. Charles, he doesn't seem to be particularly in tune with his receivers, just 2 for 7 throwing the football, but he did seem really locked in before the game.
Yeah, and that has to do with receivers sometimes. Sometimes the defenders knock them off their routes, and you're usually pretty precise. 1, 2, 3 cut, balls out of his hands to the receiver. In this case, might be off by a half step either way. They've got to find a way to get back in sync.
Throwing on 3rd down, Hill. Open man is the tight end, Troutman. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 14. That one good for 16 as the drive continues. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Alvin Kamara. His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Saints have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Lutz good on the extra point. And it's now 21-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This taken in at the goal line. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
To throw on 2nd and 10, McCoy. Here's Johnson with a reception. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one good for 26 and a 1st down. On that catch, he's already eclipsed 100 yards here in the 1st quarter. Charles, he's on pace for over 400.
And playing with great confidence, isn't he? I think he probably had it coming into the game, and now that he's really come out of the gate this strongly, how'd you like to be in the huddle with him right now? You know he's demanding the football. And guess what? I'd throw it to him. He's having a fantastic game, and they haven't defended him yet.
Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. On 3rd down, it's Connor. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. He'll get this to his tight end, Troutman. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Under a minute to go. Clock running at a back-and-forth 1st quarter of play. From the 17, Hill. And he's got the hook up to Landry. It's the first time that they've looked his way tonight, and he comes up with a first down on the play.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left in no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Hill's throw taken in by Landry. Just a gain of a couple there. And 3rd and 8 now. A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score. The offense on 3rd down tonight, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 8. Again, he's got that man Landry. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that
first.
wasn't the first option.
No, not he came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
44 yards rushing for him now. He's carried the ball just 5 times. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
I'd have to say they're feeling like they are in rhythm right now. Things are in sync, aren't they? Team's winning, got a nice little margin on the scoreboard, completing some passes, and they just completed another one for a first down there to the tight end.
To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. The kick by Lutz is good, and they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7. So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps, and the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run. All right? It was kind of stacked up. Found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On 2nd and 7, McCoy steps away. And this one too low.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Here's McCoy. This one to the sideline. He's got it. A nice job to keep the feet in, but he is a bit short here of a 1st down. On 4th down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend, but you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
On 1st and 10, Hill. They'll get this out to Kamara. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field. Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
To throw is Hill. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 25-yard line. Hill. Back to Kamara for another catch. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you can actually say he has hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy out of the backfield once, hit him a couple times. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they're onto something.
And I think a lot of that is simply if you get it to him in space, more times than not, he's going to get more yardage than you expect out of each play.
Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
Definitely an important sequence here for this defense. They've had their share of struggles in this 1st half. They just cannot afford to give up another touchdown here.
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best 1st half for them, but they did do a nice job there forcing a loss on that play.
Now Hill on 3rd and goal. Forced out to his left. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Pass rusher extraordinaire, D. Ford that time getting the sack. The kick by Lutz is good. Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for them.
You're exactly right about that, and this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this 1st half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Well, indeed, trying to run it out as they start on the ground. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Saints out on top. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Now a man open down the middle of the field and able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Let's go now. It's a gain of 17 yards.
Hill on first down. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary, all of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. That catch, by the way, number 542 in his NFL career. That draws him level with Lance Allworth, who was a Hall of Famer with the Chargers back in the 60s and 70s.
Yeah, the man they call Bambi. So if you're in that type of territory, catch the same number of passes he caught, you know you're on your way to a big-time career. And just think, he's not through yet.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up now. Touchdown! Michael Thomas with his second touchdown of the game and fifth on the year, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the third quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Now a play fake here on first down. He'll buy some time right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap. To throw on 3rd down, McCoy.
And that is incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
Now Landry. 47-yard punt, a return of 4. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Kamara with a 1st down run, but he's unable to get back to the line of scrimmage as the push upfield was strong defensively.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. Back to throw. Hill. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Oh, this is off the side of his foot. And out of bounds. This will depend on where they spot it, and they'll say at the 45.
At their own 45-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive.
Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And the Saints are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
He could only get a yard after all that. It's 2nd down.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling a back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort, turned it into a successful play.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A gain of 28 yards there, and give him a 1st down.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Trying the left side with Kamara, and he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Play fake. Hill. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Hill now to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 16. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Hill now operating from the red zone. This is caught. And he's brought down. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Hill looks to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Jarvis Landry there to make the grab. And the Saints will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. A familiar refrain, a turnover leads to a touchdown, and that lead grows even wider now here in this third quarter.
Yeah, partner, I'd say there are a lot of grins breaking out on that sideline because, let's face it, they came in thinking they were in for a real fight in this game, but this one's been about as one-sided as we've seen in a while. In addition, if you're a backup, time to start stretching and loosening up. You may get some playing time in this one.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Marcus Davenport in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. At the 23, it's 2nd and 12. One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Now McCoy. Under pressure, and they got to him again.
Well, I wish this staff luck as they try to find positives about this performance by their offense as we move through the early part of the fourth quarter. That sack, the latest example. Down by a boatload, this offense simply can't keep up, and the quarterback is still taking hits. I'd get the backups in there if it were me.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Picked off by Alontae Taylor. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up second down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Again, it's Kamara. And he's going to be stopped up just short of